Hello and welcome to another episode of the Heartbeat of Bartlett podcast. We want to thank our underwriter, First South Financial, for taking care of that for us today. And we also want to give a special shout out to the production team at V2 Media for making this podcast possible. Today, we are going to talk about the YMCA. So I've got some notes here because this is big, right? The YMCA first was created in 1851 in Boston, Massachusetts. It is the largest charitable organization, nonprofit in the U.S. in terms of donations received from the general public. The Y itself has 2,700 separate organizations. It's got 10,000 branches working with 21 million men, women, children to strengthen communities through youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. 19,000 staff members, and it's supported by over 500,000 volunteers. And the YMCA branches have about 10,000 service locations. So we got a lot of really cool stuff, and we're so honored to have the Y with us today. I want to introduce first my co-host. This is Teresa Griffith. You want to say hello?
Hi.
She's with First South. And then also with us, we've got our friend Jennifer Fields, who's the Vice President of Operations of the YMCA.
Hi, thanks for having me today.
We're so glad to have you. So Jennifer, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you arrive at the Y and specifically the Bartlett location?
Yeah, so I am actually a Y story. Okay. So I grew up in the YMCA as a kid, learned to swim like a lot of people did, and spent all my Saturdays at the YMCA. And then I was living in New Orleans for a little while, and I evacuated Hurricane Katrina and came to Memphis.
Wow.
And we landed in Millington because there's a Navy base there. And the Millington Family YMCA was offering free memberships to anyone who had evacuated.
Wow.
So I was in a hotel room with 6 kids and needed a place to get out of the hotel room at. And so we went to the Millington Family YMCA.
Wow.
And that became our new home away from home, which eventually turned into a job. And here I am 20 years later.
Oh, so yeah, what is your role? What is your role, and what can you tell us specifically about the mission of the Y?
Yeah, so right now I'm the District Vice President of Operations for the YMCA of Memphis in the Mid-South. So we have about 13 centers from all the way up West Tennessee down into Mississippi. Our mission is to put Christian principles into practice through healthy mind, body, and spirit. But we do that, like you mentioned earlier, with strengthening communities.
Yes.
And just like each community is different, each community's needs are different.
That's right. That's awesome.
Since the Y is now managing what was the Bartlett Recreation Center, what changes have taken place? What can people expect to see when they go in if they haven't been in since the renovations?
Well, if you haven't been in, you have to come in and visit.
Yes,
because it looks amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we finished our renovations in January.
Yes.
We have all new equipment, cardio and weight equipment. We've expanded the cardio room. It's now bigger than it was before. We have expanded our Y play area, which I know we're going to talk about in a little bit, which is where we take care of the children while the families are there working out. We have specific functional fitness areas. We have a brand new free finished multi-purpose room. We have a Power 40 studio, which is really exciting.
My wife is an addict, by the way. My wife is a Power 40 addict. For sure.
So it looks very different. It's very exciting there and very busy.
That's awesome. How has the public responded to the YMCA taking its stake in Bartlett?
They've been great. The Bartlett community has really just embraced the YMCA, and they love it there. And our members will tell you it's their home away from home now. You know, it's pretty common to see our families in the Y play area planning play dates out on the splash pad, or our seniors having a cup of coffee after their class, just sitting in the lobby, solving the world's problems, right? So it's people want to be there. It's a great place to be.
We are members ourselves. We love everything that you've done. I will be there tonight. Wednesday night is one of my nights. Tuesday nights are her class nights.
Okay.
And we take full advantage of the childcare. We're so glad it's free now. And that's a big deal to families.
It is.
You know, they care a lot about that. So can you tell us a little bit about childcare and the children's programs that the Y provides?
Sure. So at the YMCA, we have what we call Y Play, which is where families can drop off their children while they're on site working out, whether it's a class or just having a cup of coffee, getting some work done. It is free with your membership, up to 2 hours per day. And the room is separated by ages. So we got the babies taken care of all the way up to the school-age children with games and books and play equipment, all kinds of activities. It's really neat to walk in and see one of our Y Play people reading to the kids, or the kids coloring together, playing a game together. Yes. The kids have a lot of fun.
And they have instant friends. Right?
Instant friends, that's right, yeah. And a lot of times when the parents come to pick them up, they don't want to leave.
Yes.
So they're having a good time.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. And we serve about 370 kids a week just in Y Play.
Yes. And 4 of them are mine. And thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say my brother and I also grew up in the Y. So we are Y kids as well. Grew up at the Mason Y, which is unfortunately no longer with us, and the Newburgh Y, which is down on Quince, as competitive swimmers. So you said starting swimming,
Yeah.
So can you tell us about the focus that the Y has on youth and the programs specifically designed for youth that's not the childcare?
Right. So we know that families work and they need someplace safe for their children, right? And we know that children need someplace safe to be after school or on weekends or whatever it is. And so that's how we strengthen our community, is by taking care of the children and the families, whether that's through competitive swimming, or even a developmental swim team, right? You don't have to be a great swimmer to be on a YMCA.
Yeah, I was not a great swimmer.
Right. So we have all kinds of activities. We've got, this week we've got our sports camps going on, skills and drills. We recently had a family laser tag night at Bartlett, which was a great gift.
That's so cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was really neat to see the families in the gym running around
playing laser
tag. It was really cool. And we're getting more involved in the youth and family engagement there in Bartlett. We'll be having a family magic show the end of the summer.
Oh, fun.
Our members. Yes.
That's awesome. Yes. Is that Magic Mr. Nick?
It is Magic Mr. Nick.
I know him well. We went to the YMCA Carnival, and his team was there with dinosaurs. They do so many things.
They do.
They do many things.
They do. And if you haven't seen his magic show, it's worth seeing.
It is so worth seeing. He does it at the zoo every year, and our kids, it is the highlight of their night.
Right. It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And then throughout the school year, like I mentioned, we know that parents need a safe place for their children.
Yeah.
And so we provide before and after care at each of the Bartlett elementary schools.
Yep.
Bonlin Middle and I think Elmore Park Middle.
And Oak. Yeah.
Yep.
That's where my kids go.
Okay. Yeah. So it's well over 500 children in our before and after care programs.
That's awesome.
Yep. And in the summer, we've got about 400 kids in our summer camps.
Wow.
That's
a lot of kids.
That is a lot of kids.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, my wife loves the classes that you offer. I'm more of the weightlifting in the gym and kind of do my own thing with my headphones on. Can you tell us about the classes that are available and how somebody can get plugged into the classes? And then tell us about how the app works.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
For sure. So I will say the Bartlett Group X instructors are the best.
They are.
They really are. And when the YMCA came in, they embraced us and they have been fabulous. They were so helpful in that transition. We have everything from yoga to Zumba to spin, step aerobics, water aerobics, you name it. But the big deal is our Power 40 studio.
Yes.
Yes. So we have a brand new Power 40 studio. It's got all new lighting and sound and mirrors, and it's high energy. It's a 40-minute workout. You go through 4 different stations that our coaches work you through. And you're only competing against yourself, which is the best part of it.
Yes.
Right. It will leave you feeling utterly exhausted and out of breath, but ready to sign up for your next class right on again.
Right. And you better do it quick
Yes.
because registration fills up incredibly fast because this class is so amazing. Stephanie will be on a wait list. Somebody will cancel last minute. And so I'm kind of on standby, ready to be like, all right, I guess I'll let you go to the class.
Yeah. Well, that's where our app comes in.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So we do have a YMCA of Memphis app. It's in the App Store. Just search YMCA Memphis.
Yep.
And that's where you can register ahead of time for classes.
Yep.
So the very popular Power 40 class, 48 hours ahead of time, people are literally setting their alarms and they're registering for Power 40.
Right.
You can register for all of our classes that way. The app will also keep you updated on any class changes, instructor changes, closing early on holidays, whatever it may
Sure.
be. So the app's where you have all the information to have a great, successful.
Yeah, this is kind of different. It's not on our topic, but there was a threat or something that happened. It immediately went out and notified me on the app that there was going to be a brief closure, and then it got lifted and everything was fine. So I mean, the app itself is amazing. I mean, it really is. It does so many things.
Yeah.
So that's incredible technology you guys have implemented.
It is, and it allowed us. Like you said, there was a event, and I'm very proud of the way we handled it.
Absolutely.
We responded immediately. Everybody, safety was our number one priority.
That's right.
And I venture to say that most of our summer camp kids never even knew anything different was going on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I know that y'all have a new outdoor water experience. So can you tell us about that?
Well, I can't spill any secrets.
I spill. I like it.
Right. But we are in the design stages now, and it's going to be very exciting. So it's not just going to be an outdoor pool. Think about water playgrounds and splash areas, places for games for families to play cornhole or the giant tic-tac-toe games,
Love it.
concessions and music. It's going to be a place where families are going to go and stay for the day.
I know I spent many, many full days at the pool.
Oh, yes. Yes. Well, this is going to be a place for the whole family to come and just hang out for the day. It's going to be very exciting.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, I know my kids can't wait for sure. They are very excited. They love the splash pad the way it is already, but like just the idea of what you guys are, trying to, I just can't imagine. It's going to be awesome. Very exciting.
It's probably going to be even more awesome than you imagine.
Okay, good. A miniature water park in my very own backyard.
Yes, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool.
So in 2020, at the start of the pandemic, you all noticed a need and y'all pivoted significantly from what you typically do, which is the childcare and the exercise and all of that. So y'all started serving meals to your family. So can you tell us about how that originated? I mean, I think we all lived through that, but tell us a little bit about how you made that pivot and what the status is now.
Yeah. So it's actually a really neat story. So in March 2020, when the world was shutting down and we thought it was going to be 2 weeks out of school, right? Mm-hmm. We realized that if kids are out of school for 2 weeks, that means they're not getting breakfast and lunch a lot of times.
Yeah.
And so what's going to happen? And so literally on a Friday afternoon, a whole bunch of white people got together and decided we need to do something about this. There were multiple calls over the weekend. And that Monday morning, I am so proud to say we were all out at sites throughout the city serving meals. We were serving pre-made sandwiches that had been made over that morning, handing out bags of cars pulling up, and we didn't know what was going to happen, right? And you have families coming up and they're scared and everyone's wearing masks. But I'll never forget, there was a family who pulled up and we were, of course, how many children do you have? We're serving the children. And it was a grandmother and I said, do you need some too? And she just started crying. She just started crying because everything she had was going to her kids. And it felt so good to me and so humbling.
Yeah.
To be able to serve in that way. And so from that little weekend venture, that Monday morning, since then, we have served over 7 million meals.
Oh my God.
We serve 40,000 meals a week. We now have our own warehouse facility and meal prepping area that we do this for. We serve meals to before and after cares in just about every school district that we serve, as well as we can't forget about the summertime, right? Because in the summertime, there are some kids who may not get a breakfast and lunch every day.
Yeah.
And so what we do in the summertime is we do what we call our summer meal packs. It's 7 days worth of breakfast and lunches all in one box to anyone who's under the age of 18. That's all the requirement there is. You just show up and we hand them out. And in Bartlett, we hand them out. I want to make sure I get the church correct. Faith Fellowship Church every Wednesday. You just need to pull in on Wednesday, Faith Fellowship Church, and we will give you 7 days worth of meals for your children. And we're averaging about 1,200 meals a week just at Faith Fellowship in Bartlett.
Oh gosh.
Wow. So there's a need out there
that
we stumbled upon
Yeah.
and has just grown to this area that we are so proud to serve.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What a mission. I mean, you talk about an organization that pivots in a way like that, and you're literally feeding people millions of meals.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. That's, I mean, that says a lot about the organization as a whole.
Yeah.
But you had the capacity to be able to do that
Right.
throughout the network.
Right. And we built that capacity. We literally built it on the fly, right? And if you haven't been over to see our warehouse and the way it happens, I would invite you to come see it.
Farms.
At Goodlett Farms. It's amazing to watch.
It is.
If you're looking for volunteer opportunities, we can get you plugged in. Maybe it's even delivering meals on a Saturday or a Wednesday, whatever day it is. It's a really humbling experience.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to the facility. Justin Inskeep is a great guy. And I had the opportunity whenever all of this first came about, and he showed me the area, and I just could not believe that this organization was stepping up in this way.
Right.
And now it's grown to the capacity that it has.
And
now it's just part of what you do. Yeah.
7 million meals at absolutely no charge to the people that need them.
And were other Ys across the country doing this as well? Or were y'all, you operating kind of independently of this is what our community needs, so this is what we're going to do?
Yeah. So there are some Ys that are doing it now or getting into food. I like to say that we were one of the first, and no one's told me I'm wrong yet. So I believe that we were one of the first. Yeah. So it's a great mission to be involved in. It's a great mission to talk about, and just something that just gets overlooked so easily is making sure the kids have a meal to eat.
Yeah. Especially this year when the state's taken away so much of the summer food funding for the kids. Definitely needed.
Yeah.
Definitely needed.
Yeah.
Well, Jennifer, is there anything else that, I know we had an agenda, but is there anything else that you want to talk about that's going on the Y right now? Or is there anything upcoming, any events that are upcoming that you feel like the community of Bartlett needs to know about?
Yeah, I would just say if you haven't been by to visit us, please stop by. We can help you get set up with a membership, whether it's for you or for families. And with your membership, you just get so much.
You do.
Whether it's swim lessons, the Y play, even for swim lessons for the little ones, the parent-child lessons for up to 3 years old are free with your membership.
Wow.
Right. So we can get your baby in the water and get acclimated.
As a swimmer, I think every child needs to know how to swim.
Absolutely.
You're on a boat, you're near water, you need to know how to swim.
Yeah. The statistics around drowning are staggering and heartbreaking. One that has always stuck with me is 80% of drownings happen under adult supervision.
Wow.
So you have to know how to swim. The adults need to know how to swim to save the children. We talk a lot about what we call water watchers.
Yeah.
So if you're at a backyard party, one person has to be the water watcher, right? If everyone's
preferably somebody who knows how to swim.
And preferably someone who knows how to swim, right? If everybody's watching, nobody's watching.
Right.
Right. So we even have these free water watcher badges we can give out that you can, put on handoff for the party. Yeah. So if you haven't been to the YMCA yet, please stop in. We'd love to give you a tour, show you around, show you our class schedule, get you set up with the app, and welcome to the Y family.
That's awesome. Thank you so much,
thank
Jennifer.
you.
Well, this has been so much fun. I feel like we've learned so much about the YMCA, and they do so much more than just providing a gym. You just heard about what they do. They're focused on the families. They're focused on the community. We love what they're doing in Bartlett, and we're so grateful that you guys have shown up and done what you've done in the community. You've made an impact so far. So
big impact.
Yes, and we are very fortunate. We are literally within walking distance of the path that surrounds the Y.
Okay.
So a lot of times we'll walk there. We just really, really enjoy being at the Y. And you guys are such great encouragers. Your coaches, everybody on staff is so nice.
Yeah.
The janitorial staff, everybody. I mean, everything is just, there's no squeaky wheel. Everything is like a well-oiled machine. And we're just so appreciative as a community that you guys are, that you're here and that you're taking care of all the needs.
Thank you.
All the needs, seriously.
We're happy to be there.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Well, that is going to conclude today. So we just want to thank you so much for watching the Heartbeat of Bartlett podcast. We want to thank our underwriter, First South Financial, Teresa Griffith, my friend who is here. And we also want to thank our friends at V2 Media for the production of this podcast. And again, we want to thank Jennifer Fields for being here and everything that the Y is doing. Check out their app. If there's anything that you heard today, man, download the app and go to the facility. Their staff is so nice. They will show you everything that's going on. Take a look around, see if it's a good fit for you, and do that. Like, share, follow, subscribe to the Heartbeat of Bartlett podcast. We're so glad to have you, and we can't wait to see you next time. Thank you, and we'll see you around.
Go to the Y.
Go to the Y.